Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome back to the seed warehouse. For farm later, hopefully. We had some storms blow through over the weekend. Fortunately, no damage, at least none that I have found yet. But we were briefly under a tornado warning, and I don't think it was bad, or I think it was bad not too far from here. So we've got a couple of decent days here. Cooler in the 40s today, but we're going to try and get some seed out, no rain. Got one pallet to go out this morning, which seems ridiculous. But I've got a guy, he's in an opposite direction from most of the other people. And he only has one pallet of corn, and I need to drop off some paperwork at somewhere else in this direction anyway, so we're going to load it right in the back of my truck and head up there. That right there will work. Put a strap on it. Take it. Oh, we got her loaded up. Dad came with me. We had a couple of stops to make on my way to this delivery. Like I said, one of them I had to drop some papers off at tax stuff. And then we had to drop Dad off here. All right. We have made it and got our pallet of corn out of the back of the truck here. We'll head back for home. This one is the farthest delivery that I have to make, and it's only a pallet of corn, so not the end of the world. That's why we just brought the pickup and not the trailer, because it doesn't need to drag it all the way up here. But 86 miles one way, almost 87 here it says, so yeah, that's a long one. But we're gonna head back. It's about 11 o'clock now. Grab some lunch on the way probably, and see what we can find for deliveries this afternoon, hopefully. All right, I've made a few phone calls, and I've got, I think, 4 people lined up. 3 stops, 4 people that we can take seed to here this afternoon. A bunch of these bags, so let's get them on the trailer and get out of here. Well, not as much as I'd hoped to get on there. I was hoping for one more, but didn't get a hold of the guy, so that's all right. I'll print off my paperwork real quick, and then we'll go. Looking like Texas up here. Up in Michigan. Got some longhorns. All right, we made it back. Those guys, the last one there, they just took the corn, gave me the pallet back, so we'll unload that later. We've got some beans to treat. I was looking at stuff from places that I can deliver tomorrow, and there's 3 or 4 rather large deliveries to make. But we got to treat beans for pretty much all of them, and so we're going to move some of this corn out of the way. We're going to make a list of what we need to get treated, and we're going to try and get a bunch of beans treated tonight. All right, we've got 15 to 20 boxes that I would like to get done. Oh, we got to get moving. It's going to get late on me. That's all right. It won't take terribly long, but it's already almost 5 o'clock, so we'll get started here. We got chemical mixing. They're all base treatment stuff, so that's good. They'll go fast. All right, well, we got our first, what do we got over there? 6, working on box number 7. Got another however many are sitting out here, and then a couple more I think that we're going to do. 4 to 6 more, I guess. These boxes are all the same varieties, but I actually have 3 different lot numbers, which is a pain in the butt. They're all different seed sizes. Like this one is 3,300 seeds per pound. These 2 are 3,350 seeds per pound, which isn't a significant difference, but it means a separate batch through the treater because the treatment rates are going to be slightly different. These are a little bit bigger at 3175, although still pretty small beans. So anyway, we're making our way through them. I've got a customer that I'm going to take stuff to in the morning. He has 10 of these boxes of beans, 5 of this variety, 5 of the variety that we've already got treated over there. And then he has, I think, 3 boxes of corn, or 2 boxes of corn and a pallet of bags, something like that. So it'll be 2 trips. Second one won't be full. We'll see if we can't, throw those bags off and drop them on the way or something like that. But you guys got to return my call. I think there's some people dealing with some storm damage today. Okay, we ran out of water. I think there's some people dealing with some storm damage today that they need to get through that before they worry about taking seed in, which is totally understandable, right? All right, well, we did about, I think it was 15 boxes. I didn't do a couple of the ones that I could have, but I got everything done that I need for tomorrow. So we've got those 4 and those 4 that are going on the first load. We've got 2 there. That'll be the rest of the beans for that customer, plus the 3 boxes of corn that we can grab from over there, and that pallet of corn goes to him. And then we'll see who else I can get a hold of and is ready to take stuff. I talked to another guy that gets those 2 stacked pallets of corn and 5 of the boxes that we just treated. He'll be ready on Thursday or Friday this week. Was dealing with some storm damage from yesterday. Haven't heard back from the guy that gets those 2 pallets of corn yet, so hopefully those could actually go on the second load for this other guy, because there'll be room on the trailer and he's on the way. So that's what I'm hoping to have happen, and we'll see from there. Anyway, more of the same tomorrow, and today's isn't very long and tomorrow's isn't gonna be very long, so we'll just combine them and see you in the morning. Good morning again. April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. My wife told the boys they didn't have school today. That was not true. Anyway, we are going to back the trailer in the barn, get her loaded up. We've got a delivery to make this morning. We've got another delivery to make after that. Hopefully, we'll get a bunch of seed out today. Sunny at least. It's going to warm up, but it's a frosty one for April 1st. Back. Let's load up round 2 here. And I got a hold of the guy that gets that pile of corn over there going on the way. That's a good deal. But we're running up against lunchtime here, and he wanted to wait until like 1 o'clock before I got there, so I'm gonna have to delay our trip here a little bit. That's okay. There's a big pile of bags out, plus we got 2 boxes of corn. Lots of corn on this trip. It's a good deal. I stopped down to the farm here to print off my paperwork, and we're killing a little bit of time because I can't show up to this next place until 1 o'clock. It's a little afternoon now, and it's a little over half an hour away, so we got a few minutes. Might grab some lunch on the way somewhere, but anyway, I was gonna walk back here. Oh yeah, process started. We've got some stone being delivered. Supposed to be getting 200 tons of 411s in. Might use a little bit of it for fixing up some driveways and stuff. Oh, sidebar, look at this. You guys see that truck right there? That's a potato truck. In the fall, they go the other way. Truck after truck of potatoes. Now it's springtime. Those are seed potatoes. Heading west over towards Sturgis, Michigan. Probably Leonard Ag, big potato grower over west of here. They have storage over in Monroe, which is that way, and they plant potatoes over that way, so they're getting ready. Anyway, back to this. So we're getting a bunch of stone in here. I've talked about it a little bit, but we are going to put up a building back here for a couple of different purposes. One, to back some of our tillage equipment in. So we use this lot back here, which we have pretty well emptied out at the moment, but for storing a lot of our tillage equipment. Sometimes when it's the off season, we do park some of it back down the lane there, but sometimes it's up here in this parking lot area, our 2730 Ripper and some of that stuff. We would like to be able to put some of that stuff under cover, and so we're going to put up a building here. It's not going to be a huge one, but it's going to be a 40-foot deep, 60-foot wide building that is open to the south. So there'll be no wall on this side. It'll be a post in the middle, 2 30-foot bays basically. And that'll allow us to back in some of the tillage equipment. Things like the disc ripper, the field cultivator, the disc, whatever. So that's the plan over here. But the other purpose, and really the reason that we're putting this up, is for some dry fertilizer storage. So last year, we bought that Salford BBI dry spreader, and it worked really well. We spread a lot of lime, we spread some gypsum, we spread a lot of potash and MAP. And we think that we can save even more money on our dry fertilizer by bringing it in kind of in the off season or the fill period, rather than in season when we need it. And so this building will let us do that, keep it under cover, rather than trying to dump it in the field. We're going to have concrete where we'll be able to store it and clean it up nice and easy. So that's what's going on here. The ground really sort of drops off as you go that way, so we're going to have to put some fill dirt in here and raise this up to make it nice and level with what we want. But essentially it's a 40 by 60. We're going to have another 30 feet of concrete coming out, so the concrete pad will be 60 by 70 and give us a nice big area for loading the spreader, dumping trucks, backing equipment in, whatever else there. So that project's getting ready to get started, hopefully sooner rather than later. I've been talking to the concrete guys. They're going to get out here and get that poured, and then we're going to put the building up on top of it. It's going to have a 6-foot concrete wall that'll probably be like 4 foot above grade. So we'll have that there, and it's going to be more money in concrete than the actual building cost, but hey, that's what it is. So anyway, that's what the stone's for, getting that stuff ready. And while we're back here, let's walk out in our wheat field just a little bit. It's muddy. They're calling for rain tomorrow. And some places I'm seeing are acting like we're going to get just a huge amount of rain in the next few days, between Wednesday and then over the weekend again on Saturday. They're acting like we could get 4 to 6 inches of rain. I have a really hard time believing that, but it is what it is. So anyway, the wheat has definitely greened up. It's looking better. We start getting some of these warm days and some sunshine on it here, and things start warming up. You can see we've got some of the bottom leaves yellowed up and were brown from the winter. There was a period in January or early February when I'm like, oh man, our wheat doesn't look very good. Now, yeah, this looks like a decent stand of wheat. I'm pretty happy with it. We really need to get our nitrogen on here and get some sulfur and nitrogen on. A lot of guys did it last week there on Wednesday and Thursday when it was nice before that last rain. We sort of looked at doing it then, and we probably would have, but we didn't have our ATS in yet, our sulfur, the ammonium thiosulfate that we use for a sulfur source. And we decided that rather than put on a straight nitrogen without sulfur in it, we would rather wait and get that in. Now that truck came yesterday, so the sulfur is here. We can put it on at any time. Putting it on directly ahead of a potential 4 to 6 inch rain, not a good idea. So it's gonna have to wait until after that, and then we'll have to see how things firm up. But hopefully sooner rather than later, we can get the nitrogen on the wheat. We may be looking at a situation where Dad's got to get the little ATV sprayer out and put the first shot of nitrogen on, and that's going to be a pain in the butt. But at least we can do it if we have to. So that's where we're at with that stuff. I've got a grower to the south here that gets 26 paper bags of beans, and he's around today, so we're going to find those and run them down there real quick. I believe this pallet here, not 26, 32 bags of a 2.6 bean. That's what I meant. Yeah, there's 40 on there. We'll have to throw 8 bags off. No big deal. Get them out of here. I keep forgetting to wrap these videos up. Decided I needed to today. So anyway, thanks for watching this one. You know, kind of a seed delivering and treating kind of thing here. So we combined the 2 days, and that's what you get a little bit of this time of year. But spring is coming. It is April now. Things are going to start happening a little bit quicker. We're getting closer on the seed. We're over half done now. A couple of big ones that would help to get out that I don't know when we're going to be able to take them. But tomorrow's supposed to be really stormy, crappy. We may try and treat some more beans. We're definitely going to try and treat some more beans. We may try and get my pickup in the shop. It needs an oil change, so I might work on that. Brock's supposed to be coming. He should be working on our planter for us a little bit, so we'll have some more better content for tomorrow. But anyway, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you haven't already, and head on over to Farm Focus. Grab yourself some Border View Farmers merchandise if you would, please. Appreciate that. We have big and tall sizes. No, we have tall sizes now. And some of the t-shirts and stuff. So if you didn't have one of those last year and you're tall like me, go grab one. They fit awesome. So have a great night. We'll see you guys in the morning.